haven't always been the cheery, smiling boy that I am today. It all started in my freshman year of high school. The transition from middle to high school, tension with my parents, and my rebellious lifestyle were all making my life a living hell, or so I thought at the time. I could never seem to get along with my father no matter how hard I tried. I never told the truth. The simplest little white lie would turn into an entire story made up to avoid getting in trouble. I was falling down a cliff and slowly ruining my future. I was the type of student that would be classified as one who did the least amount of work possible to pass. I never studied, rarely did homework, and wasn't exactly a star pupil in the eyes of my teachers. I never spent time with my family. My entire life revolved around my friends. It was a constant party. My parents decided that I was on a path to destruction and started sending me to an adolescent therapist once a week. While there, among other things, I would be forced to complete my homework and study. I hated it at first, but that's just because I was a pessimistic child looking for the easy way out. With my grades plummeting and self-esteem lowering, I started engaging in constant arguments with my parents. Every simple conversation turned into a full-on war of words. After having enough of my family and running away one night, things turned for the worst. The police were involved multiple times in my acts of rebellion against my parents and their rules. I turned to drugs and alcohol because they seemed to make the pain go away, for a while anyways. I even ended up in the emergency room one night from accidentally ingesting cocaine. This was the last straw. My parents had had enough. The last option in their eyes was to send me away to a correctional boot camp for a weekend with the hopes of me coming back a changed kid. I absolutely despised the idea of spending a weekend in a military boot camp for misguided adolescents, but as a 15-year-old boy, I had no choice. While there, I made friends and heard their stories. Some of them being older than me, I was informed on things that I would have to face in high school and the steps that I could take to avoid walking down the wrong path. I was lectured on the effects of the things that I was doing to my body and put into an atmosphere where no was not a word and every sentence ended in sir, unless I wanted to do push-ups until I couldn't walk. I can honestly say that this was the toughest weekend of my entire life, but it was worth it. Coming home from boot camp, I understood that the only reason my parents were doing this to me was because they deeply cared for my safety, health, and success. They wanted me to start taking steps into the real world and take responsibility for my actions. I truly changed in a matter of just 72 hours. Just a couple months after coming home, I began mentoring a boy who was going through the same things that I had gone through, and he truly looked up to me. I was his role model, and my advice was wisdom to him. I found a way to fix my mistakes and make everything right. My relationship with my father improved drastically, and I no longer needed to turn to substances to escape. In my opinion, I didn't just take a few steps into reality, I took a great big leap. Over the following years, I developed an open relationship with both of my parents that lasts to this day. I can talk to them about anything, without the fear of being yelled at or judged. I have also started caring more about school and thinking about my future before doing anything that might mess it up. I hope to attend Central Michigan University next fall and begin the process of becoming a successful attorney, my ultimate dream. This experience greatly helped to shape me into the young man that I am today and gave me knowledge to guide me not just through high school, but throughout the rest of my life.